And we are live. Greetings and salutations, Focus Up family. Welcome to the June 16, 2023 installment of the Focus Up Show. And we thank you for tuning in with us live every Saturday morning at 9 a.m. on YouTube and various other platforms, or catching up with us on replay. And we ask that you click that like, that subscribe, that bell, and share to support and maintain your weekly Focus Up fix. I am Mr. Nice Guy, nice as in the word Saint spelled backwards. And today, my co-hosts are Brother Walk and infamous El Pooh. Now, we're down 2 soldiers today. Shout out to First Lady J and Brother Floyd X. They had other business to take care of, so we're going to hold it down. But let's get into it. And also, this is the Happy Father's Day installment of the show. So, salute to all the fathers. But we'll talk about that a little bit later. First up, how you doing, Brother Walk?
What up, man? I'm just waking up. Had a long bender last night. My cousin came through. What up, Papa? Yeah, we hung out. He's still here. We turned the hell up. It was epic. So I made it though. What up, Papa? There go my nigga right there.
What's going on with you, El Pooh? How to do? What it do?
Man, everything's good. Everything's good. Everything is everything, and I'm happy to be here as usual.
True that. Let's get into it. Start it off in the news.
Yes, sir. In the news.
First up, we're gonna talk about that young man whose life was taken. Quincy Reese, 16-year-old Crenshaw High School student, standout person who was highly recruited. Possible. Oh, you want to set that table? Go ahead, brother.
Man, I got a fly that keep fucking with me out here. It's a fly. Hey, wait. And when I say fly, this is an inside joke. I'm not talking about my sister ex-boyfriend. That's what my dad used to call that nigga, the fly. But he was a young man. He went to Crenshaw High School. He was at a party. He was having fun. The lady probably all loved him. He was a star. Everybody loved him. And he was a straight A student too. We forget that. And he got gunned down, man. He got killed. It was terrible. It's one of them things that used to happen a lot in the 80s. Remember the 80s and 90s? That was like often. 16, 17. I mean, rest in peace to my boy Devin Clemens. Who? You remember that? That happened around Pasture era. They was only 14 and 13 years old. But this is happening. Young man got killed, and rest in peace to that young brother, man. That's crazy. Yeah.
You got something to say about that, El Pooh?
Yeah, it's just a sad situation, man. He went to Crenshaw High School, and he went to a party over here out of bounds, as far as like the streets and the gangs and everything. So, the Crenshaw High School was in 60s hood, and the party was in A-Trey hood, and everybody they like mortal enemies and everything. So that may have had something to do with it, or it could have been some jealousy or whatever the case is. But the thing is, look, Black people, we got enough enemies. We got to stop killing each other.
True that. Hey, I remember I used to tell my nieces all the time about these house parties, man. These house parties are death traps. As a child, all you're thinking about how much fun is going to be, with all your schoolmates away from school and stuff like that. But, outside of a club with proper security, proper all this other stuff, it's just too much can go wrong at a house party, especially when strangers show up. So, youngsters, beware. Adults, just tell them no.
What do you do? Stop having house parties? I had a house party in 1989. It got shot up. Man, we went to school the next day. We was the man. We was like, yeah, well, our party got shot, but thank God nobody got killed. But still, you're going to go to house parties, though. You're going to house parties. Like, everybody went. Like, I done took my sons to house parties. My 2 boys took them, dropped them off, and they friends dropped them off, picked them up. It's going to happen, man, but that's not going to stop the element of the the mind state of some goofy cat that want to kill a young guy, a young kid, man. So ain't no solution. It's one of them things where it's really no solution, bro.
Hey, as a former DJ, I definitely ate off them house parties, so I understand as well. So that's true. But hey, so that salute to that brother. Rest in peace to that brother, and our condolences to his family. And look, we as a community, we just got to do better. That's all it is.
That's real.
So next topic, we're gonna talk about your dudes, Harvey Milk. They're trying to little children's book about Harvey Milk in the curriculum or something. We don't have the picture of it, but I mean, it's one thing to talk about the people that have been in the world or had some type of impact, but I mean, you talk about.
Every time I bring a story up, you be like your boy, like, oh, because
my bad. Hey,
I'm like, yeah, Harvey Milk, man.
That's
like I got a Harvey Milk T-shirt or something. No, look, Harvey Milk. What was it, a councilman or a senator? Or something like that,
some politician, the first openly gay politician.
He did break a lot of ground, and he broke a little ground in some guys too. He was gay. He was gay, and see, here's where the because he was a hero for years for the gay community, but it came out that he used to mess with a 16-year-old little boy. That they had a whole movie about him. They didn't mention that part in that movie. Yeah, you see that? Mm-hmm. You see that, Harvey Milk? Yeah. So that's the discrepancy, and that's where a lot of people are coming forth. Like, get him out the schools, and we don't even want to talk about him. It's not so much that he even talking about Pride Month and being gay. Yeah, they like you was messing with kids, sonny. Yeah. So
is it a picture of the book that they got?
That's the book. Yep.
And guess what? That's for 5th graders. Oh, 5th graders.
Yeah, that's that indoctrination stuff. Again, tolerance is something that is valuable to be taught, but we got to make sure that we're not trying to enforce our values on people that don't necessarily roll with those. We got to let people be people and let them do their own, individual things. You was about to say something, El Poo?
I mean, listen, if you're going to teach this curriculum or whatever the case is, all you have to do is teach people respect. That's it. But you got to teach the whole thing, and you got to let them know that, it's men, it's women, and then you got people that make a choice to try to be one or the other. But also teach that it ain't normal. Well, I mean, I don't know how you're going to say it, but the truth of it is 2 men ain't going to make a baby. It's impossible. 2 women ain't going to make a baby. It takes a man and a woman. It just is where it is. Now, if you do this other, you should teach it as an alternative lifestyle. That's all I got to say.
Go ahead. You about to say something, Mark? I mean, go ahead.
At 2 men, all it's gonna make is a lot of bacteria back there, dude.
I mean, okay, so the devil's advocate about that is just like, what about if you have a barren woman? I mean, y'all just basically gonna just be getting it on. Y'all not gonna be producing nothing. Or if you have a sterile male, or if you have someone who's like over the age of menopause. I mean, the bottom line is, people have relationships all the time without the ability to produce offspring. I mean, but I get what you're saying. Look, it's absolutely important that sperm and eggs mix. That's absolutely important to reproduce. But not all relationships are about reproduction, because not all couples have children. Not all couples want children.
Women have UTIs. You'll have a BUI. Come on, man. Hey,
we don't even need to go into that.
Let's get with this topic. Let's move on.
Next in the news issue, Anita Baker. Now, Anita Baker done kicked Babyface off her tour. I'm gonna sit here and I'm gonna pull up this article where she said, mother effer, that didn't flow up too right. She says, After silently enduring cyberbullying, verbal abuse, and threats of violence from the fan base of our special guest, she's talking about Babyface / support act. She says, in interest of personal safety, I will continue the Songstress tour alone. Appropriate refunds will be made. But, bottom line is something happened with her and Babyface fans went after her. They went kind of beehive-ish on her. And she just had to dead it. I mean, I thought she was retired, honestly, but it happened.
Anita Baker bounces Babyface ballots off the damn tour. Get your ass off my tour. See, I think what it is, sometimes women, they get jealous of men if a man get too much shine. And now, if you think about it, they both are kind of on the same level. They both icons in the game. Babyface is a historic producer and songwriter. And you would think, like, if you see their name on the tour, both of them, you don't know who's the headliner. They both great. And she like, you know what? I'm going to show you who tour this is. I don't think it got nothing to do with none of that other stuff. I think she just was like, nah, nigga. I think I should have got somebody with less fame than you. Bye, nigga.
It was called the Songstress tour, and he was the opening act. So you can't be sitting there talking about you, the headliner, when you open it.
Yeah, but wait, when you go to concerts, it don't say you don't give a F. You like, I'm going to see Anita Baker. I'm going to see Babyface, even if it says
it's true.
Whatever, whoever. I'm like. And people was probably thinking like Babyface the nigga, and then they probably like, why he going second? Different cities. The same stuff kind of went on with SWV and Escape. Like they both like, wait a minute, we the big group and all that shit.
That was crazy. It was all about SWV. But go ahead.
Yeah, but it's some people that will say Escape. Me and
I know some people were saying that. Some people were
the same thing about it. But so yeah, Anita showed his ass. Haircut like Anita Baker. Look up.
That's literally Anita. That's literally the first thing I think when I think of Anita Baker. And her disrespect and rap. But you got something to say about that, El Poo?
Yeah. I don't know what the narrative is that they put out there, but the truth of it is Babyface probably had too many hits. That's just what it is. And people probably came to see Babyface, and she probably got a little jealous.
Wait a second. Babyface had more hits as a producer. You saying that he had more hits as an artist?
Well, as a producer, okay, let's say
as a producer, definitely. He did way bigger things as a producer.
Hold on, not as a producer, as a songwriter.
Yeah,
because he's more of a songwriter too.
Yeah, but you gonna perform the songs that you wrote for other people? I mean, he could. But
I know he might.
He's done it before. But the thing is, his catalog is deep. Even his own songs. I mean, does he have more hits than Anita Baker?
I don't think so. I don't know, but I don't think
he's got more mainstream hits than Anita Baker.
He got good. See this. You see this discussion you guys is having up there. That's why nigga said, I'm gonna dead this conversation. Bye, nigga. Get your band. Get your whip appeal ass out of here. Get off that store.
I guarantee you, more white people know Babyface than they know Anita Baker.
Oh, you think so? I don't know.
Who cares?
You believe so?
I don't know about
White
that.
folks don't validate Anita Baker, boy.
Exactly.
So what?
Hey, let me ask you this: who's a better singer?
Hands down, Anita Baker's a better singer.
Mic drop. All right, next in the news topic.
Why, nigga?
Oh man, Trump. Now he is not Walk's boy, even though I was about to instinctively say that. But I'm catching myself now. So
no, he ain't Walk's boy, but Walk. Hey, Walk said he gonna vote for him though.
Hey, I said it before. I say it again. If it come down to Joe Biden and Donald Trump, this time I'm gonna cast my ballot for Biden. Last time I voted for Kanye and whoever the fuck he was running with just to fuck the vote. Because I didn't want Biden to win. He won this year. If it come down to them too, I'm gonna put my ballot Trump.
Wait a minute, why would you do that? And you see the stuff that he's doing right now.
I don't give a fuck. He a gangster. He a real nigga. Shit. That's Trump. Trump. That's why a lot of people like Trump, because even though he's an asshole, he's at least he's honest.
Well, Boosie is too. Wait a minute, Boosie is too.
So what?
But Boosie's in jail.
Fuck Boosie. I'm not a Boosie fan either. I just fuck Boosie. Like, stick to Trump.
Okay.
So Trump, at least, like when Trump came in office, at least he kept it honest what he do. Watch this. It's like seeing a dude with a KKK and a swastika all on him. You know he's a racist. Mm-hmm. Then it's another person who doesn't have that, but behind your back do the racist shit. Which one would you prefer to that being your president? The devil you know who is a devil, or somebody who's like, as soon as you turn your back, gotcha.
Okay, so there's one person that was got the long history of being this racist before, and then there's still racist now, and then you want to talk about the person who's got the history before and don't got that history right now, because there's a whole bunch of stuff I can talk about Trump before that was super racist, not to mention the whole, the stuff that he got in trouble with the housing and all that other stuff. I mean, he was basically like the Clipper owner. I forgot what his name was, but
Sterling.
There's a whole bunch of history there. But again, look, we don't have no loyalty to either of these cats. It's all about what policies you roll with, and I have an issue with a lot of their policies. That's for all it is, But it really don't matter out here, because the bottom line is this place here in California, you can vote however the hell you want, because you know who's going to get all the votes? The Democrat. So, but we talk about Trump though. Trump has got some crazy stuff going on. So, this brother who's already sort of like creating more counts for a judgment that he already got against him for talking about homegirl. So he talks some more stuff about her in the townhome, and they basically expanded it. So he's going to get some more stuff on that. Then you talk about all the stuff he's doing with the stuff that he was recently indicted with all the documents. And this dude's sitting there, going on and on about, what he did, and it's okay. And he's saying, yeah, I did it. And there's people that they busted who basically said, I'm guilty, gave it back, and they still got 9 years. There's a bunch of politicians that they said they make it a point to put, to emphasize how serious this is. So you got a guy who's basically saying, F y'all, I'm going to do what I want to. I believe I'm right. And by the way, give me my documents back. That dude is cray-cray. So, it's just what it is. But, hey, Walk, it's just hard for me to believe that they're going to actually lock this dude up. I think he's going to get convicted. But, I mean, I think he's probably going to get pardoned either way, and it's going to be ridiculous.
Well, one thing's for sure: if he becomes president, he's going to get pardoned.
Oh, if he becomes president, no. If he already said if he becomes president, he's going to have a revenge tour. He's coming after people. He's going to abuse his power, and he's taking names and kicking ass or whatever that's saying. Go ahead. Go. You said what were you about to say, Opu?
That's the problem right there. If he's admitting that he's going to, be on this revenge tour and everything, and weaponizing the justice system and everything, the exact same thing that he's saying that's going on with him right now, he's saying he's going to do. Yeah. But he's going to take it a step further, because he has no respect for anything, any law. And the problem is, he right now with his case, he shouldn't be talking about it at all. Everything he says is going to be used against him.
Hey, and that's why he's having these problems. That's why the lawyers are constantly dropping out. He's like looking for an attorney. This rich, famous dude with this great fan base is looking for an attorney to defend him, because everybody's like, look, man, we can't, he's just too much of a wild card. We're trying to give him a game plan to follow, and he keeps blowing up and ripping up the game plan, so it's just like, look, the reason why those notes came out, by the way, the notes where the attorney was talking about it was his plan to do all this illegal stuff, because you sit there and wonder, like, why would an attorney take these notes and put all of this stuff down on paper? Well, the fact of the matter is, when you have a client that goes crazy, you always have to document that this was their idea, not my idea. Now you have privilege and confidentiality, so you're anticipating that you don't have to share that it's only sort of like a defense if it comes out. But somehow it got pierced, because I guess when it comes to criminal things, that doesn't protect you. So they basically got that information, and it's potentially going to be used. And I mean, it's quite damning. So I mean, we'll see how that plays out. But the
But
search
you
is
know how Trump rocked, and this is like something that is an appeal for Trump. He throw the playbook out the window. I'm gonna do this how I'm gonna do it, because he ran for president like he did the damn show The Apprentice. I'm the boss, F that, and that got him there. He in hot water, and he need this presidency more than anything. And guess what? That's what's appealing, because if I was the president, I would fucking what they call that shit, pardon myself too. That's the American way of thinking. If you the boss, why not? It's just like the boss. Like if I'm in trouble, who said I'm in trouble? Y'all fired. I'm firing everybody. No, I ain't in trouble. So, hey man, he doing what it do, and that's
he's officially Walk's boy again.
I got 3 words for you: Trump.
Dump Trump. Hey, you cannot give a wild card like that much power.
That's the thing. That's the problem. I mean, that's my thing. Walk, he's dangerous. He's an absolute dictator. He's not trying to go through no protocol. It's one thing that you like that he's not the status quo. I get that. You say he's not a guy that's just gonna do what everybody else been doing. You're 100% gonna get that with him. Whatever he says, you know you can't control him. So those things, if those things are desirable, you know you're gonna get that with him, because he's telling you he's gonna get that, and he's showing you he's gonna do that. The problem is that we're supposed to be in this democracy where there's supposed to be certain type of rules and dynamics. There's supposed to be some type of voting power, and this dude is just like, F that, I'm the king. So, you know.
And another thing, the reason why his lawyers are dropping off is because they may not get paid. That might be one of the reasons. And the reason why you're taking these notes is because the bottom line is you got to cover your ass, because they know he's a liability. So, moral of the story, cover your own ass.
And we didn't even talk about the not paying. He definitely got a history of not paying, and that came up. So he was sitting there. He went, after he got indicted, he went to the Versailles or whatever that was. It's like, yeah, food's on me, everybody. Then he bounced, didn't pay for nothing.
Hey, he sound like niggas I know. Me at sometimes. Look, if I owe you money, it's coming. Maybe not.
Hey, speaking on owing money, let's get to the next topic. Father's Day.
That's right. Father's Day. Hey, you know, we always talk about Mother's Day. Father's Day low-key kind of gets slept on. Everybody kind of goes all out for Mother's Day, and the fathers kind of get a little bit of a bad rap. But, you know, we got to understand that this is, you know, fathers are an absolute important piece of the puzzle to the family, to raising children, especially raising men, you know, inspiring children. And also, you know, it's very important that you understand that, hey, you single mothers that out here, single parents doing your thing, Father's Day is not your day. You may be a mother that's doing a whole bunch of stuff, but a mother is still a mother. Only a father can be a father. And sadly, there's some bum dudes out here that are not even living up to that. But, you know, respect what it is. A father is a father, and only a father can be a father. What you got to say about that, brother?
I'm sorry. I'm actually, it's a damn fly.
My bad. I should have known.
It's all good, but you know me. We did a show last year on Father's Day, and my stance still stands that I don't give a damn about Father's Day either. I don't look for praise for being a father. I have 4 children. I'm not here like, what y'all gonna do for me for Father's Day and all that. Look, because what I did as a father, I just did it, and I don't need no praise. Now, Mother's Day, of course, everybody is like, I bend over backwards for a mother, and yeah, women, go ahead, girl, do your ass, whatever. So, but for Father's Day, there is no praise to get. No one cares. We dads. That's why when somebody get rich or something, they're like, thank you, Mom. No one like, thank you, Dad. Even though we do the work and carry the whole house and carry the truck across the damn water and whatever the crap, but it don't need no praise. We doing it. That's what we all doing it up here, boy. Yeah.
Yeah. You know what I got for Father's Day last year? My kids came over here and brought me a frozen Salisbury steak TV.
Did you have the one with the brownie? Do they still have that?
I think so. That's about all you get.
Yeah, the brownie, when you microwave the brownie, burnt the hell up black like ain't no good no more.
That's a Salisbury steak. It's like you ghetto. You ain't never gonna find no Salisbury steak out in the wild, man. That's just strictly like a TV type thing.
Right.
The hell is a Salisbury steak? Hey, I'll say this. True, I don't need no praise. I don't need no other stuff like that. But I will take this day to give praise to my father, to the man that raised me. He's not my biological father, but he's the father that raised me, and he's just my father as far as I'm concerned. So, that's another thing. We talk about people who you don't want to get into a relationship with, people that already have children. And this is an opportunity to be blessed by adding family to your family that you can develop a great relationship with. And I appreciate what he's been in my life and what'll be in my life for the rest of the duration. So, salute to Pops and salute to all our Pops. You know what I'm saying? So that's what I take for this day.
And salute to all those men out there that are fathers, even if they are not your child, because you got to understand, kids need a positive male influence in their lives. So if you being that, you got my salute right there.
Amen.
Right.
Amen.
And like the Honorable Minister Louis Farrakhan said, anybody can bust he didn't say it like that. Man, to raise his child, anybody could have sex and make a kid. You know what I'm saying? So salute to all the dads out there that's doing their thing. And this is the time for the deadbeat dads to shine too. They shining. They're like, hey, I'm a father. Happy Father's Day. Thank you. They did shit for their kids. Don't even know where their kid at probably. So, hey, everybody's shining. That's why I don't look for no accolades. Even though I'm there for my father. Wait, watch out. I'm fucking losing it.
Salute to those deadbeat dads too, because you did make that child. But if your child running wild, it's up to you to step up, though, bro. Yeah. Unless you incarcerated or just way away and can't do anything. But even if you're away, make that phone call. Everybody got a phone.
Yeah, put on some more burden to your kids who you ain't getting your phone. Speaking of that, when I was locked up, man, it was my boy, man. It was my boy George, right? He had 8 kids. And I used to be like, man, you don't write your kids. Look what he said. He was like, for what? He was like, I have not been there. I've been in and out of jail. I've been doing dope. And like, what I'm going to do, call him now? At least he kept it G. He was keeping it gangster with that. And I was sitting there talking to him like, you're right. You are a burden. You are a loser. I didn't say that to him, of course. He would have fucked me up. But anyway.
When he got out.
So listen, my nigga George, I hope you outside it. I don't know. He might be out, might be back here. But yeah, cool cat.
Hey, man, you're always an instant away from the best person you can be. I understand the past is the past. You can't change that. But, every moment offers you a moment to step up. So sure. Don't be discouraged about the past. Just keep your eyes on the prize and handle business now from here forward. So,
and don't never underestimate the effect that you can have on the child's life too.
Mm-hmm.
That's true. Great. That's true.
So Father's Day is tomorrow. Oh, go ahead, bro.
Oh, I got a collect call from George. Hold on. Denied charges. Bam.
I was getting ready to say Father's Day is tomorrow, so salute to all that. Y'all enjoy that tomorrow. But the day after tomorrow would actually be Juneteenth, which used to mean something to me. But go ahead, y'all. Go ahead and set that
That's
up.
Right. Walk. Set the table, brother.
Juneteenth. Okay, here's the thing. I went 180 on Juneteenth. Last year, my boy, I'm going to call him by his real name, my boy Marlon Washington. I'm going to just say Marlon Washington. He was very upset at us about Juneteenth and how we represented on the Focus Up show. I'm going to keep it 100. I never heard of Juneteenth till the year 2006.
Wow.
When I came home, when I got out, I was with this chick and she was like, we're going to a Juneteenth celebration. And I was like, what the hell is Juneteenth? This is real talk. I went there. They were selling stuff. It was a big black event. That was my first time even hearing about Juneteenth. Years go by, I never researched it. I did not research Juneteenth until my boy, Marlon Washington, was like, yo, bro, what's popping? Y'all didn't represent on the show. And I have. And it is a very important day. Juneteenth is very important. And it started in Texas, because the last battle of the Civil War was in Texas. And guess who won? The Confederates won. So a lot of people in Texas was like, no, it's still only popping. We our own country anyway. They didn't care. They like, we still got slaves. So what? They said it's Emancipation Proclamation. Nah, fuck all that. So it took General Gordon. Wait, hold on. What's his name? General Gordon Granger. Took an all-black regiment, and they went plantation to plantation, city to city, letting them know the slaves is free. And there was some slaves who, soon as they heard that, they got up out of there right away. Right away. So this was historic, and this is a good thing. And it showed a lot of black people like, look at these soldiers. They probably never even seen a black soldier. And it was a great thing for this country and for our people, our ancestors. So salute to Juneteenth.
Hey, salute to Juneteenth, salute to Marlon Washington, part of our Focus Up family. So, that's for real. But yeah, this is an important day, because that was always my hypocrisy about, the 4th of July. Because I'm like, you guys are celebrating your independence, but we weren't independent at that point in time. So, right. That's where that is. So, yeah, this is a humongous day. And you can talk about all the terrible things that are going on in this country. There's a lot of people that, these internet philosophers that just feel like we ain't made no progress in the world. But, our ancestors would tell you absolutely different. So the fact of the matter is, real people died just for you to have the cushy life that you have compared to what they were dealing with. So even though there's a lot more work to be due, and there's nothing to be complacent about here, there's still a lot to be done. But a lot has been done, and we salute those that fought and died to do it. So it's very important.
Yeah. So, let me say this though. I'm just throw this out here. The first person that died in the American Revolution was a black man, Crispus Attucks. I think I said his name right. That's neither here nor there. So I ain't gonna say we need to celebrate the 4th of July, but we have a whole lot of stake in that too. But the Juneteenth thing. The only reason why I have a problem with it is because when we were celebrating it before it was a holiday, it was just like our own little thing. It was just our own little black thing. Some black people, a whole lot of black people still don't really understand what it really is. And like Jay Walk said, he didn't know about it till like 2006. I didn't know about it till like 2003 or something like that. It took me a long time to figure it out or, get really hip to it. And then when I first found out about it, I thought it was some BS, for real. So here it is that they made a quote unquote federal holiday, and I don't even get it off. I'm taking it off anyway. But the thing
I ain't getting it off neither, man. That's BS. But go ahead.
I got to work, but I ain't getting no mail. Come on, man, that's crazy. But so we talk about reparations, and I had made this point too. I really want to make this point. When Ice Cube had that the contract with America, whatever it was called, when he had this whole black delegation of scholars and economics, economists and all this old stuff, they came up with this outline or whatever it was for changing the system, more or less, or at least talking about it. And he tried to talk to the Trump people. The Trump people was willing to talk. The Biden administration, before they got into office, said, we'll get back to you. When they got into office, never got back to them. Mm-hmm. But what we did get was Juneteenth. Take that, black people. Be happy.
I mean, you can take it as a tokenism thing. You can take it about that you got something that you wouldn't get otherwise. But those are valid positions to take on both sides of that argument. You about to say something, Walk?
I'm saying that in every war America's had, black people have died and been in that war. Every single one. Yeah. So yeah, man. Salute to Juneteenth, even though it is getting watered down. Like it's just, what I'm saying? They haven't this is something I saw last night. A Juneteenth pageant, a beauty pageant and shit. They're really getting watered down on some, and that's how they make it like non-effective, like this, like, okay, let's make it a holiday. Okay, now white folks like Juneteenth. Woo-hoo.
Hey, but that was my introduction to it as well. Every time I heard about Juneteenth, when I originally heard about it, it was just sort of like a black event. Yeah. My daughter was actually scheduled to be born. You know how they do that projection? She was to be born on Juneteenth. So, I mean, that was one of those things. She came early. She was born on June 7th. But suffice it to say, I'm just saying that when you talk about people doing these pageants, that was my first exposure to Juneteenth, and then ultimately I find out the deeper meaning behind it. So look, I'm not trying to make nothing sacred. I mean, the bottom line is, however that information gets out, I think it's important that now that we realize, and I say we, that society has a push to understand that the Emancipation Proclamation wasn't when slavery stopped. Now, because of this whole Juneteenth, we understand that this was this thing, but Juneteenth, this is when slavery actually officially became illegal. So to me, that's an important step as far as bringing the masses, because the masses only have like that facial perception of everything. They think that Columbus actually discovered America, or all this other stuff, or the apple, the dude fell off his head, that's how he discovered gravity. You know what I'm saying? When you're a kid or a child, you have these kind of like dumb basic things, and then as you grow up, you get the deeper meaning. So I'm okay with the dumb thing as long as you get the deeper meaning. So that's where it is.
Well, let me also say this too. Martin Luther King got shot and killed after he said, cut that check. We still want our 40 acres and the mule.
Yeah, we're going to talk about reparations. I think that's next week. So we're definitely going to discuss that big time.
Wait, hold on. I just got a text. I got invited to a party. Juneteenth twerk contest. I'm there. My nigga Marlon watched it like, you asshole, you had
So on that, so let's get into the topics. We talked
hold
about.
on. Before we go into the topics, let's go ahead and do the shout outs.
Oh, okay, good purse. You got that walk?
You got the you got
right,
the
you know what?
Yeah.
We don't got the visual.
I did this. We do. Let's go into it. Hold on, y'all. Here we go.
That's right. Shout out. Mama named Marlon.
Salute to the bread trucking. Salute to Kilo 2 Music. He coming back on the show. My boy coming back on the show. Toppy Woppy. Toppy Woppy Music.
Toppy Woppy too. Here we go.
I'm from the city of Compton, where you want to get your plug. Light green and fluffy, sticky, smelly, and lovely. Got that powder too, you know what it do. Caribbean flavor, sit still on my plate. Bust do what they can.
Salute.
Salute Toppy Woppy, hell yeah. Buddy Bud Music. Jason Lazy was every time I say his name, I say Jason Lynn. That's the basketball player. Jason Lazy. He coming on the show, bro. Man, let's set this up, bro. They got a new song out. I love it. It's the plus size women. Oh, it's tight. I love it. You know me, y'all know I love the big girls. Salute.
Big is beautiful.
Big is beautiful.
What up? We ain't finished with the shout outs, Mr. X. Hold on. Got also shout out. Pause. Miss Meats. What's up, Mr. Floyd X?
Chilling, man. Just reporting live from Black Wall Street, Tulsa, Oklahoma. Want to give a shout out to Black Wall Street. They had the vendors out there yesterday in celebration of Juneteenth. They're gonna be out there again today. Tulsa, right there off of what's the name of that street? Greenwood, right there off of Greenwood. Reporting live, man. Y'all got to come out here and check it out. And shout out to Kevin Johnson, the former black mayor of Sacramento. He opened up a restaurant out here in Greenwood. I think his grandparents is from Greenwood. So shout out to Kevin Johnson for demonstrating what we should be doing as far as Black Wall Street goes. Instead of talking about it and reminiscing, come here and build.
That's right. KG wasn't talking about KG. I said KJ wasn't talking about just shutting up and dribble.
That's right.
Yeah, Greenwood is one of those historic streets out there from Black Wall Street that got
Yes,
destroyed.
sir.
Greenwood. In fact, the Gap Band, that's the first letter for the G is Greenwood. It's Greenwood. The
Archer.
A is Archer and Pine.
Greenwood. Yes,
Yeah.
sir. Yes, sir.
There you go. That's the
Yeah.
Gap.
Wow.
Greenwood, Archer, Pine. They came from Tulsa, Oklahoma. Shout out to them too. Just to let y'all know.
Salute.
Cool.
Hey, good
Knew
stuff.
that.
Good stuff.
Yeah, I'm the
So what
music
you
man.
doing
I'm
out
just
there?
doing stuff.
Hey, did you drop the Toppy Woppy commercial too, or what?
Yes,
Yeah.
sir. We did all
Okay.
that.
All right.
And
What about
Blueberry
that?
Truck.
What about that Focus Up one? I didn't see that one.
Nah, he didn't. Nah, he was still in the middle of. Yeah, he didn't put the focus up one.
There you go.
Okay. Cool. Well, hey man, I'm just checking in with y'all, man. Y'all holding it down, represent. But I'm out.
All right,
For
thanks,
sure.
bro.
What's on the agenda today, Floyd X? What you doing out there in Tulsa?
Oh.
Check Black Wall Street out. What else y'all got popping?
The whole purpose of coming out here, we came for a wedding. So we're gonna be attending a wedding today. And it's gonna be this evening. So we're gonna be out there chilling, doing what it do.
Salute.
Sure.
All right,
Salute,
man.
bro.
Y'all have a good one.
See you in Miami.
That's right.
And you're also gonna want to shout out the Homies Way Car Club, JC,
Yes, sir.
and the Wakuso Wake Up, Clean Up, Stand Up.
Mm-hmm. They
And,
still ain't paid me for that wall I painted for Floyd X.
Bill,
Yeah, I
build that wall, pay that wall, pay.
I want my money in Miami.
And also, we want to shout out EP3 Productions coming real soon. We're gonna really be taking off. Get your production done right there. We'll have more information later. So let's get into these real topics now.
Hey, let me also say that I checked that Friday Night Live. Y'all was playing some of that music. Yeah, man, that was some dope stuff, man. So yeah, be very interested to check out the site. But
I missed. Hey man, I seen it. The alerts. I was at my own Friday Night Live right here. I barely made the show. Yeah, this dude right here. Where you at? What up, Papa?
Together, but yep, we here, we holding it down, and we appreciative. So let's push forward. And then shout out to gobealive.org. So okay, so now we're gonna go into what Brother Math Hoffa said. Was slavery a choice? Now, I don't know if I want to give too much. I don't want to focus on the whole fact that Math Hoffa said this. It's the fact that this kind of started with Kanye talking about was slavery a choice, and this is my position. You had a choice to die. That's not really much of a choice. When someone takes you and forces you to do something, and you basically have option A or option B, you're not really presenting with a choice. You're just presenting them with a choice between A and B. But the fact of the matter that these people endured slavery to get to the point that we are now, where we're able to experience and do what we're doing now, we should be appreciating, and we shouldn't be just glossing over or casting blame on these people for doing what is fundamentally you're biologically programmed to do, is to survive. So I take great offense to this type of stuff. We didn't have a choice. Slavery was forced on us. We were forced to do this bullshit, and we're forced to fucking ignore this stuff, and it's a reality, and we have real impact, fallout today behind this stuff. So we need all these nonsense black people or whatever that is, just trying to rewrite history or trying to ignore what happened. Some terrible things happen. We're a whole lot better, but we still got a whole lot of work to do. So shame on those brothers for even going there. What you got to say about that, Walk?
This is like this comment. When I heard Math Hoffa say this, it was in a discussion with Boosie where he was saying it, but Boosie didn't really give it too much weight because Boosie was on another rant about something else. And when I heard him say that, I thought it was just clickbait. I thought he was just, but then he was double downing on it. Like, here's the thing. When you say slavery was a choice, to be honest, to me, them fighting words, dude. If I heard somebody say that face to face to me, I gotta slap you. I gotta slap you or fire on you or something because it's so outrageous. Could you imagine the neighbors come take you from your home to work in their damn backyard? You know what I'm saying? And let's say you got a 6-year-old son. His job is to fan you all day, and you know all this is happening. That's a freaking choice. Now that's on a small, tiny scale of a hypothetical that I just made up in my mind. It was a lot worse than that. People were born into that, buddy. Math Hoffa, I need that fade, boy. He's tall. He might whip my ass, but I'm gonna get mine in. And I will no longer watch his show ever again, just because you said that goofy shit.
Oh, wow. I don't have much to say about this, but I have one valid point to make. If slavery was a choice, the slave masters wouldn't have had to have no whips.
Yeah, I mean the circumstances behind you. What you got to say about this, brother?
Hey, that was a good point, Mr. Elpo. That was a really great point. But I just want to say that anytime somebody says that slavery was a choice, it's a soft attempt to relieve the Caucasian of the responsibility of slavery. It makes it easier for them to say, we don't deserve no reparation. That was a choice they made. So every time a black person particularly says that, you are relieving them of the responsibility, whether it's intentionally or unintentionally. That is what you're doing. And you are playing as an enemy to black folks in the U.S. particularly.
Facts, big facts.
Yeah.
So
that's something I don't want to hear that from nobody. When Kanye said it, you just know Kanye was being a goofball. Now, Math Hoffa, he been thinking about this for years because Kanye said that bull crap like 3-4 years ago. And now here he go, reiterate, double down on that. I don't know if it's clickbait or not, but not cool, brother. Them fighting words for real.
Yeah, you're talking about, just think about your ancestors were stolen. They were sold, they're just raped, with no impunity. I mean, the bottom line is whatever white people wanted to do with black people would build. We talk about Black Wall Street. I mean, the fact of the matter is that these black people could build this great black society, black independence, all of this black nationalism that manifests, and then white people can go in there and just burn it down, can bomb it down, and there's no repercussions whatsoever. They could do whatever the hell they want. They had a free pass to do whatever. And none of that was a choice. That was the circumstances that we were born into, and that's a reality. So that's we were captured and brought into it, and those that were born into it were born to it. There's absolutely no choice about that.
Generations.
Yeah.
Generations.
It equates to the same thing as saying, was getting robbed a choice?
Right.
Yeah, what you do. Like whatever, yeah, but exactly. The circumstances are absolutely not the choice, and the options are terrible. So it's not like you had good options, It's not like you were choosing between going to USC or UCLA. This was like some real terrible type stuff. So it's an insult. You just got to be better than. And it's funny because that dude on TMZ that got kicked off the show, he banged on Kanye when he said that dumb stuff. So that happened. But
And also remember this too. I mean, if somebody got a gun to your head, what you gonna do? You're gonna do what they say.
Facts. And I like when Boosie did respond to Math Hoffa, he was like, if I would have been a slave, maybe I would have been the best house nigga, maybe, because maybe I wanted to see my kids live. Maybe I wanted to stay around just to see what I don't know, but I know it wasn't no damn choice. Yeah. Boosie should have slapped him.
That's right. Everything that they did gave us what we have now. So we got to appreciate and respect all their struggles and sacrifices to get us here, because that we are absolutely so it's an insult. It's an absolute insult.
Let me say another
Van Lathan that made that went up against Kanye.
Yeah.
Let me say another. I like giving out stuff so people could really think about it themselves. Could you imagine Master take your daughter into a room for like 2 hours and she only like 12? See, this is what slavery was, Math Hoffa. You freaking idiot. I need that fade, boy. I need that fade. Even if you whip my little ass, I'm gonna get mine. I'm gonna get mine in, buddy. I need that.
It's just a total insult to our ancestors, Just like he said, it's given white. Floyd made a great point. All of that stuff. That's why I take issue with a lot of this stuff, because I feel like you're giving white people a free pass, and they don't deserve none of that. None of it. They deserve all the smoke and all the blame for their role that they played in this. So don't be sitting there trying to hide. You don't want to teach Black history to children or whatever and stuff like that. It's because you basically don't want people with an objective view to look at what you did and see how wicked and terrible it was. So, if the kid feels embarrassed about what their parents or their ancestors did, it's because they should feel embarrassed about that shit. But they didn't have nothing to do with it. They should learn from that and realize that, hey, that was terrible. That's what they did. And I ain't with that. And how do we repair the damage that they did? That's what everybody should be coming from instead of just trying to hide under a rock, So,
and they're benefiting from what their ancestors did to us.
Exactly.
Yeah. So.
All this privilege is a byproduct of that. So you're absolutely correct. But let's talk about another subject before I get like really upset. You be watching movies like Mississippi Burning, and you be like, these motherfuckers.
I can't watch some type movies.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? It's just like I still ain't watched what is that, 10 Years a Slave or whatever? It's like I'm about to do this, but I'm like, man.
In fact, wasn't the first police like slave catchers?
Oh, you talk probably. I know that Karis was talking about that Black Cop.
I mean, what's this? Are cops part of the problem or part of the solution?
Oh yeah. All right.
Here's the thing. That's why police were invented or came into this country was for Black folks. It was illegal to not have a job. So who was getting locked up? Black folks. Yeah. Straight up. So now here we go in 2023. I'm gonna say this. Cops do play a necessary role in society. They do play a necessary role. Like if something happens, let's say I'm getting stomped out by like 20 people, I would like the cops to come break that up and pepper spray shoot somebody. You know what I'm saying? For real. They do serve a necessary role, but I think they're doing more harm than good. Like, I'm going to give y'all an instance of what happened with my son when he was 14 years old. Inside our apartment complex, there was a guy who was 19 who was bullying kids. And I heard about it. I was like, really? So I called the police. Like, I said, look, it's a guy around here. I don't know where he lived, but he be around here. And he's messing with children and all this stuff. They said, this is what the police told me. There's nothing we could do because no crime occurred. Mm-hmm. So I went and I looked for the guy. I looked for that little dude and I found him. And I'm looking at this dude like, I said, you are 19 years old. I could beat your ass. I could f you up right now. And it'll just be two guys had a fight. I said, and I had to regulate that situation, dude. And I was so disappointed. Like, what the hell are the cops for? They could have rolled around and found a guy and just talked to him and show their badge or something. But when I needed them as a citizen, I had to revert back to my goofy shit. I didn't beat his ass, and I never seen him again. He got the message. But cops part of the solution are part of the problem because they are not doing nothing to help the community, which they are even in. They don't even live in the communities that they police.
This is some great points you're making. I mean, see, this is the thing about it. The theory of cops, I respect it and I appreciate it. If my parents need somebody, I'm always like, look, you call the cops first because they're going to get there before I do. You know what I'm saying? So I respect what they should be doing. But my personal experiences with the police are pretty much always bad. Because even though I'm a diplomat and even though I respect their job, it's just a matter of time before someone gets to, swinging their dick around. And it's like, look, you're talking to a grown ass man. You think that you got the upper hand. I'm trying to respect your authority and you're trying to create a greater authority that you don't have access to. Because the reality is, I might take that from you and really make this a really bad situation. But I mean, he talks about, cops are oftentimes you call the cops and they're like, look, we can't get involved with that. And my thing is like, look, the reason why you should get involved with it, because I may get involved with it. And if I get involved with it, I'm not going to have the restraint or the restrictions that you have. I'm going to go 0-10 in this situation. So you're going to inevitably have to do something about it. So you better do something about it while it's nice and manageable. So I mean that's my position. Look, when stuff is the good thing about being able to call the cops is if someone's cutting up out there, you can call them and get it squashed, and it doesn't be this big nasty thing. Because like I said, if I get involved with it, I'm gonna be a diplomat. I'm always gonna respect somebody. I'm always gonna try to give adults the best opportunity to be adults. but there's only so much that I'm going to take. And if I has to go to a really dark place, it's going to go there.
Yeah. All I can say is I ain't never seen a time that the police actually helped me in any situation ever. All they ever did was harass me and take me to jail. That's it. I called 911 one time because I got shot. So I had no choice. But the police ain't never came and helped me out in any situation. If anything, they didn't came and escalated situations, or actually, like I said, walking down the street harassing us and taking pictures of us and asking us, what gang you from, and you got tattoos and all that old stuff. Yeah, they've been more of a problem than they have been a solution, but they are a necessary evil too, because when people hear those sirens, if they doing wrong, they will move on.
Yeah.
So, I'm sorry about that, guys. My battery died middle of just my bad, but I got my charger. I'm plugged in. But here's the thing with police. It's like, I think they'll be more effective if you would see them walking around. If you would see that, if they had a presence, not just rolling through, pulling up, just like El Pooh was talking about, pull up and searching people, all that crap. Because there was a time where police officers was like in the community, you'll see them and they knew who people was. They'd call them by their name. Oh, Joe, you better not be breaking nobody's house or crap like that. That was more of a community thing. Now all they do is just roll around, wasting gas, and harassing people. So they are a big problem in my community. That's what I would say about that.
Yeah, I mean, I definitely think they need a lot of retraining about diplomacy. I mean, like, to me, again, I'm always going to show a cop respect, because the fact of the matter is I'm always going to show a human being respect. I'm going to show a woman respect. I'm going to show a man respect. I'm going to show a child respect. It's just the way that I brought up. It's the way that I function. But, and I also understand that, that they're in a position that's dangerous and scary. So I try to account for, just net human nature. But I mean, it's still, when you're dealing with an adult, you can be authoritative and still be respectful. And to me, it always devolves into disrespect. And that's where that training really needs to be tightened up. Because I mean, when you're dealing with adults, that's the easiest way to lose an adult, is to treat them like a child.
Never know.
Yeah,
like that's why we should have had that video with a brother with a white guy.
Oh my god,
that was a cold video, man. He like, I got my receipt, dude. Like,
you know what? I'm gonna describe what happened. Anyway, so this dude was a white dude. He went to Walmart, right? So he went to Walmart to get like a frozen pizza or something like that. He got in line. He paid for it. He got in line and paid for it and was walking out. They asked him, "Hey, you got a receipt for that?" He said, "I sure do." Showed him the receipt. The cops rushed him. They just start rushing him, and they start, just manhandling him and all this other stuff. And the people around him are saying, "Hey, he's got a receipt. You got to show him the, receipt." And he's like, "Just mind your business. Stay back there." They're just like roughing this dude. They're like all jumping. It's like maybe 2 or 3 cops like working this dude over. And it's like, the receipt. If they're telling you they have a receipt, if this is about stealing and he has a receipt, you can get to this quickly. You can be done with this. But they're just constantly just roughing them up and all this extra stuff. And you found it?
Oh, you got the video. Yeah.
Welcome to Job Connection. Forvia and Blue Springs is hiring assembly operators on all shifts. Come to our
commercials.
Connect with a job first.
That's right. Get yourself a job. Forvia, getting free advertising on the Focus Up show. It ain't going no further.
Hey, but see,
my bad.
But this is what happens, where because police been brutalizing black people so long, it's trickling over to the white community. That's what always happens. So yeah,
what it is power corrupts.
That's what it is. That's what it is.
When you have when you give people a gun and give them the authority to use that gun, it causes corruption, because these people, a lot of these cops are nothing but cowards. and they looking for that power. And when they get that power, they abuse it. And that's another reason why I say about Trump, because absolute power corrupts absolutely.
Amen. But yeah, but that's the thing about it. They had the receipt. And instead of just looking at the receipt, they just wanted to basically double down on the actions that they were actively involved in. And that's the thing about it. When you have ability to get to the do that. And it's disrespectful to do any other. And that was funny when I think about that incident with my neighbors when they were fighting. I mean, that was a trip to me because they're like Pacific Islanders or stuff. So they have family fighting. And then the police, they didn't call the police, but the police showed up. And they was like, they started banging on the police. They told them, get the F out of here. This is family, whatever. I mean, they banged on them. And the cops just like, okay. I never seen that before. As a black person, I was like, hey, y'all gonna get all of us shot. But hey, I guess some people have that power and experience.
Yep.
So
we were short staffed today, so I think we're going to wrap it up here because we're about at an hour point.
We got it though. I think hold on.
Okay.
Stop fighting it, okay? Look at me. Here's the receipt, bro. Get on me, read my receipt.
I like seeing white folk get whooped on.
Read my receipt. Is this supposed to hurt me? Dayton, please. Can you read my receipt? Dayton. Get the off me.
My man, like, I have my receipt.
Please. Can you have him read the receipt?
Exactly.
And another, come with the knee.
Okay, calm down. I will. They do it. Just do it.
You got arrested for impersonating a troll kid.
Really?
At least he can breathe.
3 cops, dude. 3 cops. The pizza's there and the receipt is there.
Look, she handed him the receipt.
And the thing about it was, he was in line, right?
Look, she handed him the receipt.
These people were in line with him. So they were like, he was in line. He was in front of us and he bought that. That should have been enough to completely de-escalate that matter. But the reality is, they feel like, once I make a motion, once I get some momentum going, I need to see it out just to establish that authority. And that's bullshit. So,
That's. I'm going to leave it on this note. FTP.
And I think we
get
out
of here, folks.
That's right. Salute.